Prof Ronald Wasike. I am here today because I'm an alumni of this school, but also not just a normal alumni, because the way I am even calling myself now a professor, it all started here. I used to come as a day scholar. That time we had only, it was Ingotse Secondary School, we had only 2 streams, and we also had a day scholar arm of the school. The then principal, the late Pan Richard Onganda, was, I would call him a father, a mentor, and a counselor, because he was a teacher of chemistry, but he cared a lot about the students and their performance. And he was a teacher who wanted to perform best in his subject. So you find him as an administrator, as a principal and a headmaster, but he used to take time in the evenings and spend with a lot of us who were in science doing chemistry in the lab, teaching us on how to perform better. And that's how the school was performing so well, because those days, of course, we only used to have division 1, 2, and 3. We didn't have the high school, but then he made sure that children and the teachers were together, because to perform well, it requires, number one, dedicated teachers, number two, disciplined students. Without those two, if the teachers are not dedicated and the students are not disciplined, willing to work with determination, it will never work. So Nganda had put up together a very good team of teachers who were dedicated to their duties, and their students were disciplined mainly by the deputy principal, who is also late, Mr. Fundi Lujeri, because he was very tough. If I found you walking around instead of being in class, or instead of being in class instead of going for games, he was very unforgiving. And also Mr. Fundi Lujeri was a biology teacher, and he was also performing very well as a teacher. So what I can say is that unless the administrative wing of the teachers are performing well in their subjects, the other teachers will not do it. Onganda was the best teacher in chemistry. Fundi, who was his deputy, was the best teacher in biology, and they made sure that their subjects performed well. So the other teachers also had to copy and make sure that the delivery of the syllabus and the students was supposed to be achieved in very, very good time and in good adequate time. Now, going forward, the school became a high school for up to Form 5, Form 6, and they performed very well. Again, many other teachers came in. Mr. Naswa came in, and he came up with very good teachers, disciplined and dedicated, and the school continued to perform. But as we speak now, there is a small problem which started maybe like 5, 6 years ago, or even more. And what has happened is that we have a situation where the teachers are not dedicated to teaching students. And without a dedicated team of teachers, the performance went down. And once that was around 2015, 2016, when it went down, then now a problem became like, now the community and the population and other people, people used to come from coast, come from Rift Valley, because the school was performing well. Once we started performing poorly, now even the locals cannot bring their children. So the population has dropped from around 1,000 now to around 500. And there's no way people are going to come here unless we improve our standards of performance. And that's why we are here today as alumni, to motivate the teachers, and also to talk to the students and give them our own examples on how we performed and how we came up to reach where we are, so that the school can go back to performing levels, to improve the popularity, so that parents can be sure when they bring their children here, they are able to go through school and come out with something. You cannot take your child to school and come out with a D plus, or come out with a D minus. You want your child to come out with at least a C plus and above, so that they can go to colleges or go to university. So that's why we need a joint community, all the community to come together, the teachers and then the students. And then we need to also to change the infrastructure. The infrastructure is there. We have the buildings, but they're debilitated, the dormitories, the toilets. We need to renovate, so that people, when they enter that new gate that we have put as alumni, they also, when they come to the classes, they are looking good. If you come to the dining hall, it's looking good. The library is equipped, and the laboratories are equipped. So that's the main focus that we need to put on. But discipline of the children and dedicated staff is what is required to change the whole scenario that we're in now. And we know if everybody participates, the community, the church, the parents, the students, and the teachers, most importantly, led by the principal and his deputy, it will not make this thing come around, and everybody will start again saying Ingotse is the school to go to. So that's all that we require at this time. So that we call around the leaders of the community and the church leaders to take it upon themselves to advertise this school, literally, to say the school has been in bad shape, but everybody has recognized, including the people who went through the school, the alumni, us, that we want to say that our people should bring to support the school to survive and the school to, to develop and grow back to the former glory, not even much better than that, than we previously had achieved. With just hard work, no cheating of exams, but hard work, dedication, and good regrets. So with the support of everybody, we should be able to go back to where the glory of Ingotse High School that it was. Yeah, day schooling is one of. I was a day scholar from Form 1 to Form 4 here, and it did not stop me from being their best student that time and going on to go to Kakamega High School and then go to university and do medicine, do my master's, do my PhD, and become a professor. So, a school, for example, look at CVD. CVD has a day school option. Even in Sissoko, which are, they used to be primary schools when Ingotse was a secondary already. And now they are performing much, much better than Ingotse. Why? Because the teachers are dedicated, despite the fact that the students are day school, they are performing much better than this place. So day school also enables the parents who cannot pay the full school fees of boarding to have an option. And particularly for people who come from around, like maybe 10, not more than 10 kilometers from here, because me, I used to walk 8 kilometers from here to home and back. So it's a good option to manage the older kid. It's like you're entering some funny place, some dingy place, all right? So you see, the gate gives, it's a gatekeeper of the school. What even when some people have brought their children from coast or whatever, and then they come and they have to take around, they just know the kids will be escaping from here to go and buy drugs and cigarettes and all that. but now with this, it's very hard. With a place where even the watchman has to sleep, he can change his things there, he can shower. So it's very good to have a reasonable gate that even also writes the motto of the school. What is our motto? To excel in whatever we do as we come in as students and live with good grace to go and develop our life like some of us have done. Now, the infrastructure is there, the buildings are there, but they are depleted. So the first thing will be renovation, number one. Renovation of all the classrooms, the dormitories, and then the library. And then the second thing is equipment of the supporting subjects like laboratories for science subjects, chemistry, biology, physics, and then computer science. They require enough computers, enough equipment and materials so that they allow them to practice, so that they can perform well in class. Because if they don't have those materials and equipment, they will not perform. The third one that I think that should be considered seriously is to make sure that the environment is education friendly. So they will have somehow to create a fence to surround this gate. Because if it is so leaky, then kids just walk in and out, and then any tomb and tick can walk in and bring stuff, drugs, what is the problem here. So the school should be secured. Yeah, so so the first thing, renovation, and the equipment of the library, yeah, and then securing the school and making sure that it's not leaky around the place, so that the environment for learning is completely conducive and comfortable. And then get the students of here to interact with other schools that are performing well, to do what we call benchmarking. So we should have continuous interaction between Kakamega High School and Ingotse, Butere Girls and Ingotse, Musingu Boys and Ingotse, so that they're able to train and see what is happening. Like us when we were here, we used to invite other schools. And when in Kakamega High School, we used to have Kakaputi, Kakamega Bunyore, and then, you compete so that you create a conducive environment for competing and learning. And then to have education clinics where you say today is geography, tomorrow is chemistry, tomorrow is physics, and that kind of thing. And then we have a situation where the parents come and meet the teachers with their children. A specific day where you bring your son, and that son of yours go to the chemistry teacher. What problem they have in chemistry? Go to the geography teacher. What is the problem they have in geography? As a parent with your child, you are rotating on the teachers who are teaching. So that now there's no lying. The child cannot lie to you that this is what we are doing, because now the three of you are together. The stakeholders, the student, the key stakeholder, the teacher, and then the parent. So that now with that, if they bring those kinds of things, interaction between other schools for benchmarking, the interaction between the teacher, the parent, and the student, then you will see different changes. But not only that, it makes people to be accountable, so that when they grow up, they are also accountable in their life. Yeah.
Thank you. Mambo. Yeah.